Okay, what's up, Fandom Nation? We are now approaching week 22 of the NBA season. A few more weeks left until NBA playoffs, and we have FDN Insider JC here, and we're going to talk
Mhm.
about our early NBA Finals matchup predictions. So, JC, if you want to start us off, who do you think's going to be coming out the West, and who do you think's going to be coming out the East?
Ooh, so I got OKC coming out of the West this year. They have the most wins. They're about 13 games up from everybody else. They have the highest net rating, which means they're beating teams by like 12 points. That's more than anybody else in the league right now. They have a really good defense. They lead the defense in steals and defensive rating. And they just have SGA, who could arguably be the MVP this year. And their bench and their role players are shooting really well this year. They have a really three this year, which is something that they lacked last year and kind of why they lost last year. Out of the East, I got Boston. Boston, even though they're not at the top of their conference, they're right there at the top of their conference. They're number two. They are the defending champs. We gotta give them some respect, and they shoot the three at a very high clip, more than anybody else. Attempts and making them. So it's like threes versus twos. If you make more threes than Boston, then maybe you could win, but that's not likely. So that's why I got Boston over there. Simply math, really.
Yeah, definitely. For me, my NBA Finals prediction, who I got coming out the West. So there's four teams that I really think are real contenders. Which OKC, of course, they've been losing all year. SGA has been leading them. I'm a big fan of the Lakers, and no bias. I think Lakers, especially post deadline, has been
I love the
really
Lakers
good.
too.
The Warriors have been on a heater recently. I know they lost
Definitely.
recently to Denver, but and then of course Denver, you can't knock off Jokic.
Yeah.
But coming out the West, and I'm not trying to be biased, but I'm gonna have to go with my Lakers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So of course I got to go with my Lakers. I think post deadline, Luca and LeBron just have been a great duo. I think finally seeing LeBron off the ball, you could kind of see him kind of rim running.
Yeah.
Recently, he's been shooting at a high clip. I think
Definitely.
not the best shooter. And then you have Austin Reeves as a third option. I think there's nothing better than that. And then defensively, they've just been locking down on defense,
Definitely.
especially losing AD and Max Christie. I thought defensively they wouldn't be a great team, but they have guys who could, guard 1 through 5,
And
DFS.
JJ Redick's scheme with
Yeah,
like
exactly.
this zone man defense that he got going on was really
Yeah.
working. It's like really working
Exactly.
this year.
Like especially with Vando, you have
Yup.
DFS who could guard multiple positions. Rui's a pretty big guy who could guard, and then we pick up Goodwin. I mean, Goodwin's been
Yeah, I love
so,
Goodwin too. I
yeah.
think once he get his mask off, he's gonna be even better.
Yeah, we need to give him a normal contract, get him off that two-way. But I'm
Yeah,
excited. So that's what I got coming out the West. Coming out the East, I agree perfectly with you. I think Cleveland looks good, but I don't know. Boston, for me, they
it's still
they
the
got
champs.
Mazzulla coaching them. You can't JT and JB as that duo. They're too good.
Exactly.
That supporting cast with Derek White, Drew Holiday is, in my opinion, the best defender as far as in the league, and then Kristaps and Al Horford, and they've been there before. It's kind of hard to leave them out, even though Cleveland has been performing really well, especially with Kenny Atkinson. I think he's been
Yeah,
such a great coach and offensively, like helping Darius Garland and stuff. So I got out the East. I got Boston as well.
yeah. Al Horford, man, he's been locking down lately too. Like he's been playing really good defense lately. For somebody, they always pick on him because he's probably the older and like the slowest defender on the court, but he's been standing up and doing his job. So
No,
shout out
yeah,
to Al
exactly.
Horford.
Especially when we played them, the Lakers, when we played them over there at
Yeah,
Boston. Like
yeah,
he was defensively, he was really good. Stayed in
yeah. He
front
really
of the
stepped up.
guard stuff. So definitely a step up. And then yeah, they have that. They just have that team chemistry that they already had. They have championship identity, and even like Brad Stevens as a GM, like I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
he's the guru of ATOs in my opinion. So
yeah,
just
bro.
having him like and Missoula and that whole coaching staff, I think in a 7 game series, I don't think anyone could beat them.
Yeah, Missoula's insane, bro. It's hard to go up against him, bro. He really he don't get talked about enough, but he's a great coach. Like
Yeah.
he's really got them well-oiled machine. He really got them like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.